Hi, this is Chart Gal Lori, getting started on the Fab4 futures for Tuesday, May 26th. I hope y'all had a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. We're going to get started with ES. We'll get started with the weekly chart. I'm leaving just the 50-day moving average here as far as simple moving averages. That's the yellow line, and that's where we're bumping up against here at the weekly. We started out off the week with a slightly upper wick. Of course, we still have 4 more days until that candle closes. The high of today was 301975. Let's call it 3020. So I want to remind everyone that prior resistance can serve as future resistance. So we have the resistance over here, 302950 and 302550. And then we went on to break through that resistance. So just because price went off here and seller stepped in doesn't mean that price doesn't have memory, and the same thing can't happen over here. So this morning in the chat room, I pointed out these levels, and I don't know how many people, but a couple of us were able to take this trade to the short side. So we did have decreasing bull volume on shorter term time frames as well. But bears can't get ahead of themselves. That was a counter trend trade because the trend is our friend, and the trend is up. So on the daily level, we broke so we had the higher high, higher low, lower high, lower low. So we had a lot of people wondering, hey, what's going on? Why are we still resuming upwards? We lost this uptrend. We need to zoom out. We always need to zoom out to the larger picture. What is happening? We had a potential bull flag forming. And in a bull flag, you can break a higher low with no bear follow through and then resume on lower time frames and then resume the trend upwards. We see this often on 5, 15 minute, 1 hour, 4 hour charts where it looks like it's a bear break maybe on the hourly, and then you zoom out and you see a 4 hour bull chart. There's no bear follow through, and then we resume upwards. And that's what's happened here. I have indicator at the bottom, and I always get questions about indicators, so I'm just going to show you what indicator this is. Ttm Squeeze, the Thinkorswim default Ttm Squeeze. It's a free indicator on TradingView. And this measurement measures the volatility compression. So if you were to look at the Bollinger Bands and the Keltner channel, so I'm just going to do a pretend here, the Bollinger Bands, and then the Keltner channel is typically above the Bollinger Bands, but when the Keltner channel comes in and forms in here, and this has a lot of statistics, the standard deviation. And the mean is the 20 MA in the Bollinger Band, and then the upper Bollinger Band is 1 standard deviation away from the mean, and the lower is as well 1 standard deviation away from the mean. So there's a lot of statistics that go into this, but by combining the Keltner channel and the Bollinger Band to see where is the real compression happening, John Carter was able to create the TTM Squeeze. So on that TTM Squeeze, when we have these red dots, that is a squeeze. Let me see if I can pull this up for you. So we have the red dots here, and this is a squeeze here where price is squeezing and we have some volatility. And that first green dot you get, that indicates the squeeze has fired. And when price is above the histogram, so this is the 0 line here where the dots are, and when the histogram is above, that's firing bullish, and when it's below, it's firing bearish. So we have a TTM bull squeeze on ES daily. So now I'm curious, and I want to show you all the Bollinger Bands here. Let's look at this pack. Turn on the Bollinger Bands. So you can see in the room, we often talk about Bollinger Bands and when they flare open. So we have that flare here, and then we have that flare here, and we have it here where price is moving upwards. And so price compresses, and then when it starts to flare open, it allows price to just if you want to get a visual, price to glide along that upper Bollinger Band. That's how I like to visualize it. So I don't see anything bearish. I see bullish things happening, obviously, and we have sector rotation. XLF really carried ES today, just did all the heavy lifting. Banks were on fire. And when things are in motion in physics, when they're in motion, they tend to stay in motion. So I would anticipate another bullish day today. another bullish day tomorrow for XLF names. I will wait for price to confirm before I enter a trade, but just something to be looking out for. So let's just get you some support and resistance. We have hourly inside bars now to watch, and those levels are the high of 299625 and a low of 298775. And then your next support is 298075, and your resistances are 3012, and then the high of today's move 301975. NASDAQ, same thing. So we had a bullish move, and we are almost at the all-time high. So we hit today at 9604. We are just a couple percentages away from the all-time high of 9763. We do not have a TTM squeeze on the daily yet. So that is not the same. We are clearly holding the 12 and 26 EMA on the NASDAQ daily. And on the 4-hour, we have not lost that uptrend. So we did get this lower low. We got this higher high. Now we need that higher low, which we have plenty of room for that to happen relative to 924150, and then bounce to the upside. This is some increasing bear volume that the NASDAQ bulls will just want to note and take note of that. But again, I mentioned earlier rotation. We saw that the QQQ names, technology names, really struggled today as money moved out into other sectors. XBI hit an all-time high today, and then of course that XLV strength that was just screaming at us all day. So on the hourly, we're in a downtrend, and this could be a bear flag, so just be cautious. Watch those 15 minutes to get an early sign. We did get oversold here. So your short-term resistance on NASDAQ is 948650 and then 9604. And your supports are 9373 and then 9336. The Dow, YM has a daily bull squeeze. So you see this green dot here. We are squeezing to the upside, and the histogram is above the zero line. So that is a bull squeeze to the upside on the TTM squeeze. And another word about the TTM squeeze, typically when you get a squeeze that fires long, you typically have 8 to 10 bars of follow through. So if we're looking at a daily chart, that would be approximately 2 weeks from today. So 8 to 10 bars of potential bull follow through. It doesn't mean it'll go straight up in a straight line, but we do have that potential. Something to remember. And we're also coming in hot and heavy to the 100-day simple moving average at 25322 on YM on the daily. Let's go to shorter term time frames. That same type of formation with inside bars on the Dow. You have resistance at 25032. And support at 24947. Really doing a great job of holding the 12 and 26 on the hourly. Your support 24908, then down at 24623. Your resistance 25127, and then your next resistance would be up at 27075. So we're coming in hot again on that 100 MA and 200 MA on the daily. All right, let's look at RTY, the small caps. Small caps, they fired bull Friday. So they had a TTM bull squeeze fire Friday. So logic would say that we would have some type of bullish move 8 to 10 days following that bull squeeze. Doesn't always happen. It just shifts the odds. It's another tool in our tool belt. We have the EMAs pointed up, the SOTIMA slope of the EMAs, and the RSI is pointed up. That those are both indeed bullish. We're smacking our head into the 100 MA, so the 100 simple MA here, that's the blue line. Something to be aware of. On the 4-hour, it looks much healthier. It could be a bull flag. Typically, we like bull flags that do not have increasing bear volume. On a bull flag, we want healthy consolidation. What's healthy consolidation? You don't give back too much of the move, which would be this pole of the bull flag, and that the bear volume dissipates or just really dies down and doesn't take over. So that's something that we should be watching on RTY, but that really is a nice formation. All right, you have support on shorter term time frames at 1388.70 and 1386.30. You have resistance 1405.30 and then at 1410. Finally, we have platinum. So I probably should have started with the platinum chart because it's very akin to SPY. So SPY, we had the higher high, higher low, And then SPY popped up, got a lower high, and then got a lower low. I'm not saying that's going to happen on platinum. I'm just watching for it to possibly happen. If we break this low of 846.90, if we break that low and we get very little follow through, then we zoom out and we could have the beginnings of a weekly bull flag, because this is a very bullish move on platinum. So we are expecting on platinum to get a lower high in this area relative to 1021, but just something, it would be nice to have a daily EQ to trade as well. So platinum could be setting up a trade for us. I'm keeping it on my radar. The hourly is approaching oversold, and you have support at 867 and 846.90, and then resistance at 878.20 and 902.50. Thank y'all for joining me this evening. Got a little tongue-tied there at the end, but it's been a long, busy day. We've had futures trading for 2 days, so some future traders like myself did not take the full day off Sunday and Monday. So a little tired, but we got a lot of opportunity, and I hope that you are managing your risk. I hope you have a great night.